Today is July 8th. I'm here with Kondana Kamsesa, 2013 recipient of WOW Scholarship. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Can you tell me a little bit about yourself, Kondana?
Okay, I am a student at Catholic University of Malawi.
Mm-hmm.
I will be starting third year in August. I'm studying economics and mathematics at undergraduate level. I do hope to go on to do graduate studies so that I can eventually become an actuary, which has been my dream for quite some time.
Being an actuary, Kondana and I were discussing about being an actuary. It's your passion, and you just can tell the zeal that you have talking to you earlier, and it's a lot of work. In Malawi, there's no actuarial scientists right now, so that's a very welcome development by me. So definitely congratulations, and I'd urge you to pursue that passion, and hopefully WOW can help organize even more scholarships for you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit, how did you get your scholarship? How did you hear about WOW?
Okay, I didn't necessarily hear about WOW from another person. When I was doing my search for scholarships, I went to the internet and I Googled. I put several different parameters according to what I was looking for. When I was doing this, I hadn't heard about the WOW Foundation previously, but there was a page where I found something WOW Foundation. So I clicked on the link and I went on the page and I followed the instructions and applied. And eventually I heard back positive feedback.
So, from what you're telling me, you had a need, you needed a scholarship to pay your fees because you couldn't pay your fees by yourself, and you needed to find some kind of assistance, and you went on a search engine on the internet and you looked for scholarships, and then WOW finally popped up, and you applied.
Yes.
And how was the application process in your view?
Oh, I thought it was convenient or nice that it was all online because it can be quite expensive sending paper applications and all the rest of that. And the application was quite short, and I liked the essays because you got to express more about who you are. Because when you have just yes or no questions or your background questions, you can't really express what you want to do. There's no depth. One problem that I did have was, of course, the feedback from the way that the information is presented. It makes it seem as if you will hear back soon. I remember the closing date, or the date was supposed to give, it was something about 31 October. So that day came and went, and I hadn't heard anything, and I more or less started to give up.
Okay.
And also when they sent that we should send in our references. The forms, the link was for a form for the previous year. It was showing you 2011. So I had sent this form to my teachers and they're saying, but this is an old form. And I said, okay, I'm going to ask. And I think I sent in 2 emails asking whether we should still use this form, and I got back no feedback. So eventually I just asked them to please just use the same form because time was running out.
Okay.
But still, eventually I heard back using those same forms, and I liked the interview also. I think we talked for like 30 minutes. I got to express myself more. And the person was it was a nice interview. I didn't feel intimidated at all. And yeah.
So you had a phone interview?
Yeah, we had a phone interview.
Okay. So if I could summarize that, you said the positives in the application process was paperless, and then the negative was lack of immediate feedback, and it seemed like there was some old forms online that your lecturers and your references were questioning.
Yeah.
All right, that's good feedback. I'll present this to WOW. Could you tell me a little bit about your stem cell outreach?
Currently I haven't started because when I was getting all the information, it was already exam time at my school, and then we closed school on the 7th of June. But what I have done since then is to lay down all the preparatory work because I had to go to the division to ask for permission because you can't just go into a government secondary school without asking the governing body first. So I've done that and I've got that permission. I've chosen my 3 schools, which we are going to be visiting. I've chosen them on the basis of, in Malawi, even the secondary schools are arranged in a sort of hierarchy. The best schools go to the national level secondary schools. The best students go to national secondary schools, and then it goes down from there. But sometimes not getting to a national secondary school isn't a matter of you not being interested or intelligent. It's just also because of where you're coming from. If there weren't resources in your primary school, obviously you're not going to do as well as somebody who had all those resources. So I've chosen one national secondary school and a community secondary school, community secondary school, which is for students which didn't get the best marks, but they still did pass. And there's a private school, so which is near Jua University. It's also a Catholic school, but yeah, I like what they're doing there. So I think they would benefit from this program also.
Okay. So what schools are these?
Blantyre Secondary School
Mm-hmm.
and Nguludi Secondary School and St. John of God Catholic Secondary School.
Blantyre Secondary School, Ngulu Secondary School, and St. who?
St. John of God.
St. John of God. Where is that?
It's in Nguludi, also it's near Catholic University. And so
Okay.
is Nguludi Secondary School. Blantyre Secondary School is one which is more this side, but I feel it's nearer than Mulanje side. That's why we chose here.
So Blantyre Secondary School is one of the premier secondary schools in Malawi.
Yes, it is.
And it's a top-notch government secondary school.
Yes,
So
it is.
congratulations. So when do you plan to start?
In August, we get back to school in mid-August.
Okay.
So I guess maybe it'll take us a week to mobilize, because the schools also, they are currently on holiday and the Form 4s are writing their MSCs. So luckily for us, we're opening around the same time.
Okay.
So yeah, as soon as we get back to school, we'll start the visit.
So, Kondana, if I may ask, you had mentioned earlier that in this part of Africa, looking at the WOW website, you didn't see as many recipients. You probably are the first in Malawi. And you had mentioned to me earlier that this would open doors for other females and girl-child schools. Well, could you comment on that discussion, just for the camera?
Well, it did. It took my being determined to find the WOW scholarship, and I can imagine that to find access to the internet. First of all, it is a tough thing, right? It's even in the secondary schools. It's not something that you're gonna find. You have to have somebody who has heard about it, or somebody who is gonna come and say, "Oh, have you heard about this?" or "You should try this." So it's a little bit hard. Not a little. It is hard. And I hope now that I have been on the website. Actually, there was a girl who said she had heard about it and she would like me to go to her school, which is Blantyre Secondary School, which is one of the reasons also why I have chosen it. So I feel like it's a good thing, and especially after I've posted the posters like around Catholic University, I'm sure a lot of people there didn't even know about the WOW Foundation, and here we are in a place where we do have things like internet.
So you're an ambassador in Malawi. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I am very proud of you. Very biased towards Malawi and Africa to get receiving the scholarships. So, like you've rightly mentioned, you will go to Blantyre Secondary School and sell WOW, and again become an ambassador for WOW. So, very good deal. Very good job.
I really actually agree with what the WOW Foundation is doing, because even now, like when I recently had a visitor at my house, one of my dad's relatives, and he asked me what you're doing, and I told him, and then he was like, "Honestly, can't just Ovuda," which is, why did you choose such a difficult course? And it's, I guess, what I want to do. And for him, he just doesn't get it. Like, why didn't you just do something easier as long as you get a degree at the end of it? Which is probably what a lot of women are encouraged to do. Because sometimes even I think that, okay, maybe after I finish my degree, I should just start working so I can, get married and do the rest of it. But it's not what I want to do, and hopefully it's not what I will have to do.
That brings me to the next topic of the scholarship amounts. Could you tell me a little bit on camera here on the scholarship amounts and the adequacies and how much you're paying, fees and all that stuff?
Okay, my tuition fees is 256,000 kwacha per semester for tuition, and we have 2 semesters per year. From the War Foundation, I received 250 US. That was supposed to be the first installment. And when I received it, it was 81,200. Of course, the rate isn't necessarily very stable, but that's more around the amount. I appreciate very much the money that was sent to me, but as you can see, it's not exactly equal to the tuition fees.
256,000 kwachas a semester, you said?
Yes.
If you convert that, that's about $700. And the War Foundation is giving you how much a year?
500.
500 a year. So that's $250 per semester. And how much further do you have to go? You're a third year student, right?
I'll be starting third year in August.
In August, this coming August, and so you've got 2 more years. So your fees is actually approximately a million kwachas, which is about 2,500 US dollars. Do I have that math roughly correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so and so far your own capacity to raise that kind of money is very limited, correct? That's what you had mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I wanted to capture that discussion so for the benefit of WOW and others who can assist in that eventuality.
Okay.
So do you have any other further comments, Kondana?
No, nothing much. Just thank you once again. I was so overwhelmed. I was so happy when I heard the news that I had received a scholarship. Even when I just got shortlisted, I was like, oh my goodness. Like, because looking at the list from the previous year, there were very few people who were shortlisted according to against now who applied. So I feel very blessed, and yeah, thank you very much. Please continue the work that you are doing, and I am very excited and looking forward to starting my stem cell. I would like you to know that I am going to be very committed. I am going to push it, and I am going to make sure that it's something which is also going to make an impact on its own.
Great. Thank you very much for taking the time to meet me this morning, and
Thank you.
I will definitely present this to Unoma and the WOW Foundation.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.